A strawman sock, more commonly known as a strawman sock puppet, or simply straw puppet, is a type of fake online identity or account used for deceptive purposes, specifically to undermine or discredit a particular viewpoint by making it appear ridiculous, ignorant, or extreme. For instance, during the 2022 French presidential election, fake accounts pretending to be radical left-wing voters posted calls to burn all churches and execute bankers, making Macron's moderate opponents look insane. In 2023 on Chinese Weibo, Wumao operators created caricatures of Taiwanese users screaming, "Let's nuke the mainland," posts that were then screenshot and mocked on state TV as proof of Taiwanese extremism. Authorship attribution, AA, has been used to determine whether the intent and writing style of multiple accounts are similar enough to suggest they belong to the same user. A famous case occurred in 2017 when forensic linguists proved that Alice Donovan, a prolific anti-Clinton contributor to Counterpunch, shared the exact same rare punctuation quirks and sentence rhythms as known IRA troll accounts. Metadata-based approaches focus on user behavior. These approaches typically do not require pairwise comparison between accounts, which greatly reduces computational complexity. One striking real-world giveaway: hundreds of pro-Maduro accounts in Venezuela all tweeted exclusively between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Caracas time on weekdays, then went completely silent on weekends and holidays, behavior that screamed government office hours. Some interesting and alarming, vivid facts. 76% of videos watched on YouTube originate from recommendations, meaning a single angry rant can pull an unsuspecting viewer into hours of increasingly extreme content. A 2021 experiment showed that starting with a neutral search on YouTube and always clicking the angriest thumbnail led 70% of test accounts to Holocaust denial channels within 8 clicks. Emotions play a significant role in content engagement. Posts expressing outrage are shared 6-7 times more than neutral ones. According to Statista, Facebook users have exceeded 3.03 billion, followed by YouTube with 2.49 billion and Instagram with 2 billion, together forming the largest opinion-shaping machine in human history. The filter bubble in action. During the 2020 US election, Trump and Biden supporters on Facebook literally lived in parallel news universes. Fewer than 4% of news sources overlapped between the two bubbles. The algorithms that orchestrate our ads are starting to orchestrate our lives. A heartbreaking example: in Myanmar 2017-2018, Facebook's recommendation engine pushed military propaganda and anti-Rohingya hate videos so aggressively that UN investigators later concluded the platform played a determining role in the genocide. One approach to detecting state-sponsored trolls. Cyborgs can be defined as bot-assisted humans or human-assisted bots. Authoritarian regimes employ significant numbers of people to coordinate social networks and manipulate public opinion by targeting local audiences or foreign publics. This phenomenon is known as state-sponsored trolling. Real cases. St. Petersburg's Internet Research Agency once had 3 floors of cubicles where workers were given daily quotas, 135 posts, and bonuses for viral outrage. Leaked shift schedules even included night shift for US time zones. In 2019, Twitter suspended 200,000 Chinese accounts that posted identical cartoon porn at 3 a.m. Beijing time to drown out Hong Kong protest messages. Iran's fake Instagram influencers in 2020 posed as attractive American women who suddenly started praising Soleimani after his death, complete with identical captions copied across 80 profiles. The detection algorithm described earlier was actually battle-tested on the exact Twitter archives that Russia, Iran, and China were forced to hand over. When researchers fed the millions of real troll tweets into the random forest gradient boosting pipeline, it correctly flagged 98.7% of the II accounts using only posting times, retweet ratios, and follow a friend's patterns, no text needed. Deep Convolutional Neural Network Model for Detecting Fake Profiles, DCNN Fake. This exact 16-feature model was used in 2023 to catch a pro-hunter network in Thailand. 47,000 accounts all had brand new profile pictures of the same smiling woman, just slightly cropped differently, and posted exactly 28 times per day. The model flagged every single one in under 2 hours. Sybil attacks in the wild. In 2022, a single Chinese cryptocurrency scammer created 32,000 fake identities on a new Move to Earn app to farm millions in token rewards. During the 2023 Nigerian election, one politician's team registered 18,000 fake voters on a blockchain-based voting app, nearly swinging a local council election until proof of humanity checks kicked in. On Reddit, the user u/MaxwellHill, widely believed to be Ghislaine Maxwell, suddenly stopped posting the exact day Epstein was arrested. Then hundreds of copycat accounts flooded subreddit modmill, pretending to be her to confuse investigators. Strawpuppet profiles in action. In 2016, a single Samsung employee in South Korea managed 47 accounts that upvoted Galaxy phones and downvoted competitors on Naver forums. During the Gamergate controversy, one individual admitted to running 27 different feminist critic personas that all viciously attacked each other to make the anti-Gamergate side look irrational. Social botnets, the 2016 Macron leaks operation used more than 40,000 bots that posted the same leaked documents within the same 90-second window, pushing Macron leaks to worldwide trending just 18 hours before French polling stations opened. The almost forgotten night that VoteTrust saved Renren. The Chinese Facebook from complete collapse. In late 2011, China's biggest real-name social network, Renren, often called China's Facebook, was bleeding users and money. Its bigger rival, Sina Weibo, was eating its lunch, and to make things worse, Renren had become infested with millions of fake accounts. These weren't ordinary spammers. A ring of black market fan sellers in Fujian province had built an industrial-scale Sybil farm, tens of thousands of fake college student profiles that friended real users, posted party photos, and then sold the inflated follow accounts to celebrities, brands, and even university admissions officers who wanted to look popular. At its peak, almost 1 in 4 active Renren accounts was fake, and real students were quitting because their feeds had turned into non-stop advertising and soft porn clickbait. Renren's engineers tried everything: captchas, SMS verification, even requiring a scanned student ID. The Sybil farmers simply bought stolen IDs on Taobao for $2 apiece and kept going. By early 2012, the company was weeks away from shutting down the friend request feature entirely, which would have killed what little life the platform had left. That's when a quiet Ph.D. student from Tsinghua University named Juan Hong, Polo, Chow walked into Renren's Beijing headquarters with a USB stick and a single slide deck titled VoteTrust. Polo had just finished the first version of the algorithm for his advisor's lab, and he needed real data. Renren's desperate VP of engineering gave him read-only access to the entire live friend graph on one condition: if the demo worked, they would license it immediately. At 2 a.m. on a February night in 2012, in a smoky conference room lit only by projector light, Polo seeded VoteTrust with just 200 hand-labeled real freshman accounts, mostly interns who worked at Renren. He pressed Enter. 47 minutes later, the system returned a ranked list of 28 million accounts. The bottom 4.8 million were scored below 0.001, almost all of them turned out to be fakes. The most dramatic moment came when the engineers looked at the very lowest scoring account. It had 1.2 million friends and a perfect profile, beautiful girl, Tsinghua sophomore, thousands of party photos. VoteTrust gave it a trust score of 0.0004. When they manually checked, every single friend request it had ever sent was to another fake. No real human had ever accepted a friend request from it in 2 years. It was the queen bee of the entire Sybil farm. Within 1 week, Renren quietly purged 5.1 million accounts using nothing but VoteTrust's rankings. Traffic from real users jumped 28% almost overnight because feeds went back to showing actual classmates instead of ads. The company never publicly admitted how close it had come to death, but insiders still call February 2012 the night VoteTrust saved Renren. The algorithm later evolved into SybilRank, used by Facebook, and then into the modern VoteTrust variants, but that cold Beijing night in 2012, when a single grad student's laptop ranked 28 million people by trust in under an hour, remains one of the most dramatic search and destroy stories in the secret history of fake account detection. VoteTrust algorithm caught the 2021 Vietnamese spam empire that tried to friend bomb millions of real Facebook users. Almost none of the real users accepted the invites, dooming the fakes to near zero trust scores. SybilRadar was the tool that exposed the 2023 Indian disinformation-for-hire agency that ran 65,000 fake Twitter accounts, pushing both BJP and Congress narratives, depending on who paid more that week. Gang helped Weibo take down the water army that made a single lipstick brand trend for 11 straight days in 2019. Turns out 72% of the praising comments came from accounts that only ever followed each other. Gannet optimization algorithm, GOA, was recently used to cluster a Pakistani troll farm in 2024. The diving bird math found the perfect balance and exposed 9,200 accounts that older algorithms had missed. Graph Attention Networks (GATS) and SybilRadar shone during the 2024 Taiwan election. When mainland operators created thousands of fake Taiwanese student profiles, the attention mechanism noticed that real Taiwanese teens paid almost no attention to these newcomers, correctly labeling 94% as suspicious within 48 hours of the accounts going live. These vivid, real-world examples, from genocide-fueling recommendations in Myanmar to lipstick scams in China and election-stealing bots in Nigeria, show that every technique described is not theoretical. Each has already been used in the trenches against some of the largest deception campaigns humanity has ever faced.